Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Sigma here, and welcome back to another video. I know I'm late to this, I'm so late to this than I usually am, but like, I was crashed in bed last night when I saw this dropped. I only had the energy to read it, and then in the morning I wake up and I gotta go to work, but I am back home and we're gonna read this because this update, it's actually absolutely insane. Like, they literally made up for all the months they went by without upgrading the game. They just dropped a huge update with a lot of quality of life improvements. We get 3 character reworks, boys. This is insane. Let me move my face over here because there's usually not much writing over there. But yeah, we're gonna take a look at this. And also, when you look at this, there is 2 possibilities. Because I've been saying those things. I've been saying almost every single thing that was changed. I've been talking about it either being bad or exactly how to be made better in the way they actually made it better. And we're gonna talk about when we get there. But I can't confirm with 100% that they are watching my videos because, on the other hand, I'm nothing special. I'm just a player who's playing the game and noticing those things. And I get views because I post it on YouTube and you guys empathize with it. But those are flaws that everybody who plays the game is going to notice at some point. So that would be the best argument of, nah, they're actually not watching your video. But let's get into this because there's a lot to talk about. Uh, Classic Team Flash, no Injustice Pass, Arena Invasions, League Invasion Season, jump back in leagues and take on Brainiacs. 4 new sub bosses in this, bro. New sub bosses for league raids. New feature like team presets. Bro, been asking for team presets for ages. Mortal Kombat, I think, got them 4 years ago. Artifact preview in the pre-fight menu. Bro, this is insane. Okay, let's just get over the summary and let's get to this 8th anniversary celebration. So Classic Team Flash is going to be added to the game, and it's going to be legendary of the classic team. His Speed Force gives the entire squad major boost in battle. Unlock him through the all new anniversary Injustice Pass. I think they are talking about the Injustice Pass with money though, so don't be too excited. And they haven't done this in a while, but it might be a situation. Oh, they have done it with like gold characters. We just haven't gotten a new legendary since they introduced the feature. So it might be that he's only in the Injustice Pass for the first month and then he's available in the store, because they did that with Batman the Drowned when she released. It was not a big deal because on release she was garbage, funny enough, and when she was available to everybody she was also fixed. But you might not see Flash for a while if you're free to play, but eventually he might be in the store, or he might be from day one. What do I know? 7-day login calendar. Yeah, we're gonna talk about when it comes out, starting on 7th of May. So it means yesterday. Free gift, grab 3 anniversary gift, whatever. Supergirl events. But I don't care about Supergirl. Girl is still Supergirl. I do care about. Okay. Okay. Oh, in Multiverse Armored Supergirl makes her arena appearance yet again. Bro, look, she's not that insane. I mean, she's insane in League Invasions, but please stop this. Everybody is happy when she comes around in the uh, arenas, in the anniversary celebration thing. I'm mad because she should be not a one time a year event. She should be more in the goddamn arena seasons. Okay, new League Invasion seasons. New season alignment tags. Yeah, we're gonna get more in depth into that. Maybe if I ever take another look at League Invasions. Unlikely. I don't know. I'm just gonna jump a bit over it. New legendary heroes in the Injustice Pass. Then they just added a bunch. Arkham Knight, Batman, Flash, Peacemaker, legendary arena invasions. Okay, that's good. That's some free legendary shards. Bro, team presets. Save your teams. Presets. Store your favorite heroes, gears, and artifacts. And artifacts on top of that. As I see from the little thing we got there, the artifacts might get unequipped from the preset when you equip it on something else. But even if that's the case, it is so insanely nice that we finally have this. You have no idea how much more playable Arena is right now. You have no idea how much more playable Champion Arena is right now. You have no idea how much time out of your life you are saving because of this feature existing. If only thing you're doing on Injustice Mobile, and that's kind of what I'm doing myself lately. Might do more now that we got the huge update, but If all you're doing is playing your 6 solo raid fights, this feature alone is gonna save at least 10 minutes of your life that you would be using in total to preset your team every day. This is amazing. Oh wait, why? Why you gotta do this, bro? There are 5 team slots, but more can be unlocked with just nah. Nah, bro. Why do you have to gatekeep this with gems? Just give all the goddamn 30. There's 30 there, give me 30. Don't be like, oh, quality of life feature, but you gotta pay a little bit for the full quality. I mean, at least they are not straight up paid with real money, but this is ugly. It's such a nice feature, and you gotta drop this garbage on top of it. I don't know how many gems it takes, and I honestly don't really care. The fact that it exists as a gem thing, it bothers me, but from the screenshot I see over here from somebody who gets limitless gems, basically. Gems are not a relevant thing. They're like, they gotta pay a little bit of this pink currency. They got plenty of it anyway. Nah, why you do this, bro? Why you had to do this, bro? I'm actually, I'm still overall happy we got team presets, but why you gotta lock some behind the gems? But yeah, the community has been asking for this since Mortal Kombat received it about 4 to 5 years ago. And yeah, we finally got it. A little bit late. Okay, artifact review. This is actually amazing. So you know how when I get into fights, I tend to mess up artifacts? That is gonna be no longer a problem because now I just gotta press one single button to see if I got the proper artifacts. I don't have to enter every single character. And this is amazing also for league invasions, because in league invasions you want to be aware of the artifact that the enemies got equipped, right? And when you're in league invasions, because it's also an online thing and it depends on what other people are doing, it tends to be a lot more laggy, and it's literally a pain to just go through and click on every single guy to see the artifact. This is an insanely good quality of life feature. Oh, and you can tap straight on the artifact to swap it. This is actually amazing. Good thing is not locked behind gems too. Imagine, oh, you get the 2 slots for free, and then you gotta spend gems to get a third slot. And if you don't spend gems, you gotta manually click that specific one. That would be insane. Which is the exact same logic that they're doing with the theme presets, but whatever. New enemy base view. Okay. Once you found an opponent, the base view changes to opposing league base instead of your own league base. Instead of jumping straight into battle, you'll enter the enemy base first, where you can manually select which outpost to attack. Check out outpost stats. Enhance intel and controls. Okay, this is interesting. I don't know, this is a little bit more similar to the Clash of Clans League versus League experience, but at the end of the day, I think it's just a menu and it's nothing too special. The new sub bosses! The new sub bosses. So we got new sub bosses. Okay, so I think we're keeping the older sub bosses in the lower tiers, and when you get to the higher tiers, you're gonna get the old sub bosses or something. Okay, so the 4 sub-bosses will appear in the first 3 league raids post-update, letting you learn their mechanics, and after that there will be a mix of new and existing sub-bosses. Okay, I actually like that. I actually like that, bringing some diversity and some unexpectability to league raids, though we'll see how strong they are, because it's probably still at the point where one person could arguably almost kill half the raid or one-shot it straight up. Okay, so new modifier on boss hash. We're talking about boss hash specifically. Only the only weakness. Only fast attacks are effective, but they deal increased damage. Plus 600% incoming damage from fast attack hits. Minus 4% damage from any other source. Okay, okay, boys. Justice League Flash is back on the goddamn menu. Also, it will be interesting to see how this interacts with other things, like. Let's say League of Anarchy does some attacks. They do some fast attack hits in those attacks. Those are gonna deal increased damage, which is gonna then deal increased dot, which is then gonna get decreased by that. I really don't know how exactly this is gonna work, but this sounds fun. This sounds fun. Or the new classic Flash, obviously. Or Manto Joker as Betrings, we'll see. Okay, so both Poison Ivy Deadly Hazard better start with permanent traps. She spawns more mid-fight. hazard damage, power drain, and dispel all positive effects. Okay, so power drain and damage were a thing, but dispel positive effects is pretty bad for a lot of teams. Those are not on every single hazard. There's probably three types of hazards. One dispels effects, one power drains, and one damages you. Probably if the one that damages you is in the right corner, what you will want to do is push her in the right corner and keep her there. Stay center stage to avoid hazards or try to hand hard counter with Killer Frost super move. Okay, that's fair. But no, the center stage thing is not fair. Whoever wrote this is not playing the game. You're never wanting to stay in the middle and you're never able to stay constantly in the middle. Boss reverse flash. Entropy field every second in battle attack hero receives percentage damage. Okay, this is something that's actually a lot more effective. So when they did dot damage and soul rates, it was a flat amount of damage. And that flat amount of damage gets countered by the huge amounts of HP you have, the resistances you might have, and a lot of factors. But flat percentage hull damage, you are on a timer until you're gonna get to 1 HP, no matter what you're doing. But again, you can probably lock him into a different infinite combo with various teams. Amazonian Gear decreases all incoming damage, minus 40% damage at the difficulty 10. I mean, this sucks. Why? What does this do? Minus 40% damage. What engageful gameplay does this provide? How am I gonna be able to outplay this by using my brain? You can't. By the way, hold on a second. Okay, we're back. I was talking about the Amazonian Gear effect. I don't like it. Use heroes effects with healing effects. Okay, whatever. Boss has no resistance to this to crit and dot damage themes. Bro, what? What do you mean he has no resistance to crit and dot damage themes? Yeah, he doesn't, but the damage is gonna still be reduced. And if it's League of Anarchy, where you slap like 40% damage reduction, you're gonna reduce 40 of the damage they deal on basic hits, and then 40 of the dots again. That's based on the already reduced damage. What do you mean use dot teams? This is dumb, but whatever. Okay, so Boss Elbow, new modifier Absolute Order. Opponent receives full damage only if he's stunned or frozen. Incoming damage from other sources is reduced by 80% at difficulty 10. Yeah, I love this. I love this. Just slap League of Arc in there and we're good. Or Mr. Freeze. He's the only boss without Harmonious. Indeed, they all got Harmonious in League Invasions, and this is somewhere where you're actually incentivized. Oi, man, you got a team that relies on stunning people that you are mad that you can't use in League raids. Here's the chance. Just take out all that anger. I like it. And those are all the sub bosses. We'll see them in action eventually, but yeah, they look interesting. League rate reward rebalance. So rank completion have been merged. 120 completion rewards have been merged with 130. Okay. When I see the rewards, I'm gonna be able to give better feedback to this. But increase the rewards for higher ranks. Adjust the check-in rewards. Okay, let's see that. Let's see the rewards. New reward gems. Gems. We're getting gems. So max difficulty rank 1, you get 150. It's not much. It's not much, but at the same time, it's every 3 days. That is not much. New reward prismatic shards. That's insane. Random hero shards with replaced with guaranteed prismatic shards. Bro, prismatic shards, not even class shards. Those are very good because they work on everything except for legendary characters, of course. It's not that many rank 1, it's 85, but it's every 3 days yet again. And even if you get lower amounts, it's gonna stack up. And the random hero shards were very, very rarely good. Like 99% of the situations you would get garbage and then you might get a random Joker. Last of Joker drop. League credits increased for top ranks. I mean, this is irrelevant. The increase here is garbage, but when we look at the boss rewards, the increase there matters a lot more because it's kind of triple. Still not insane rewards, but just don't. I don't care about. League crits, not normal crits. Okay, okay, okay. Though it's barely an increase. Okay, okay. You do you. You do more XP capsules, I guess. All artifact fragment types added as possible rewards. This is good, but I'm gonna leave that but until we finish with reading the rewards. But there's a big but with those rewards. You're gonna see the problem here if you're not seeing it already. But this on its own, this is great. I got so many Azure artifacts things that I just don't have any use for them, and getting all the types is amazing. Uh, Okay, so now we get higher tier orbs. That's also great, and increased materials and credits and XP capsules. Yeah, that's fine. Do you see a problem here, guys? Like, League Rates got a great update. Insane rebalance. New bosses. Now we're gonna get rotating bosses. Now you get a little bit of gems. You get a little bit of prismatic shards. You get more League credits. You get all the artifacts type things. Do you know what's missing from here? Like, they were, let's say there's a scale, which is this reaches 100%, people are gonna be interested in League raids, and they're gonna come back to them, and it's gonna be one of the best mods in the game. They got all the way to 50%, and the other 50% alone would have been so that every single artifact in the game has a chance to drop from the rewards. But they just not gonna do it. They are just not gonna do it. They gotta give you a little bit of gems, they gotta give you a little bit more materials, but they will never put the goddamn solar raid artifacts as random drops in League raids. They just are not gonna do that, and I'm mad about it. Like, this is all great. Don't get me wrong. I love the League Raids updates, but it's kind of late for this, you know? Like, this is the kind of update. Look at all the features here. Look at all the things that this is giving you. I mean, excluding the class ascension orbs, all those things were things and rewards and possible readjustments that could have been done 5 years ago. Now it's amazing we're getting them, but it's too late for this. You gotta drop the goddamn soul raid artifacts in here if you want people to really care. That's just the reality of League Invasion situation. I would love if people were more hyped about League raids now and would play them more. I'm gonna try to play a couple of them myself whenever I get time and post some videos. This is hype. This is great. But this is what we should have seen 5 years ago, my dude. And the fact that you're not adding soul raid artifacts into it, come on, man, we're almost there. Why do this? XP, quality of life improvements. I mean, this is not the most important thing in the world, but it's nice. It's nice. I don't know if you ever encountered this, but I'm like, I want to just build the dump swamp thing, and I'm glad they're showing it as an example. I got him class descended, but don't want to waste all my capsules to get him to level 80. I just want to have a little bit of fun with maybe like a level 50 something. And if you wanted that, you'd have to manually click on every single XP thing, and that would just take a ton of time. And now it's great that they added this. Unclaimed daily rewards. All completed by unclaimed daily missions will now be automatically sent via inbox upon mission refresh. No more missing. Again, it's been in Mortal Kombat for 5 years. It took you 5 years to put this in here. I'm glad it is here. It's probably gonna save a lot of gems because a lot of people, or maybe I'm just that dumb, play soul raids and then forget to claim their soul raids played gems. Add an expiration date display for all the limited chests. Okay, that's great. That's a great feature. Filter menu, several fixes. Okay, we'll see the filter menu in action. I'm not gonna read all that. Okay, some clickable things. For an artifact text overhaul. Okay. We'll see. They don't give an example here because so sometimes when there's a thing like clarifications is like, oh, we actually lied to you. This doesn't give you damage. It only gives you base attack, which is what happened on Vixen release, if anybody remembers. Balanced updates. We got a lot to talk about here still. We got a lot to talk about, boys. I don't care about giving you spoilers because you probably already read this. You just want my opinion here. Greatly reduce the chance of AI to counter hazards. AI will now make jump attacks less often when staying inside of hazards. Thank you. Thank you. This is one of the most annoying things ever introduced into your game. On your 8th anniversary of the game, you have finally figured that out. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. The enemy jumping out of hazards doesn't do anything, it's just annoying. Added 0.5 seconds stagger after freeze and status. This will help you reliably continue the combo if the opponent was frozen, and an opposing hero won't instantly block as soon as the freeze wear off. Thank you. I've been complaining about this single-handedly every other video, every other day for the past 2 years since Mr. Freeze was added to the game, and you decided that as soon as you add the first character in the game that has a real interaction with the freeze mechanic, you're also gonna ruin it. Thank you for fixing it. It only took you 2 years. That's great. Moonblade Artifact, we're definitely gonna test this. Increased attack change to increase damage. That's great, but what's interesting and important about this? They are looking at the artifacts, boys. They are looking at the artifacts. Like Moonblade, I don't care. I don't care if it gives me 500% damage and that's good and it's as good as Crown, because I got Crown, honestly. I'm gonna play the Moonblade. We're gonna see how it is. If it's the best artifact in the game, still a relatively small change, but this opens the possibility of them maybe working or fixing any artifacts, because the last thing that happened with artifacts when they really changed something was Beta Club. We know it has a very strong and very broken character in this game, artifact in this game, right? On release, it was so much stronger and they nerfed it, and they got so much backlash for it, and since then they didn't touch artifacts after release. So please, let's give them some good feedback on Moonblade changes so this keeps happening. This is actually possibly a stepping stone for something better and work being done on artifacts. Fury of the God Shazam rebalance. Major changes. Passive 1 now grants overload stacks and a chance to recover power spent on special based on combo meter. So you also want to hit the enemy, not just hit there like a dumb idiot, not doing anything and just waiting for power to generate. We might even want some combo builders here. Double maximum overall stacks, overload stacks increased to 40. Passive 2. Increased damage buff stacks to 40. Up to 1000% more damage. Okay, so he's actually doing something more than King right now. And there's more to it. New effect, super move consumes all overload stacks to deal massive damage. Depends on attack value. Stacking with damage buffs, crits and lethals. This is the only super move in the game that can crit and lethal. Bro, I can't wait to play this. Super move damage has a unique ability to ignore all damage cap. Bro, they made Legendary Shazam into a super move nuke character, and I couldn't say anything but I love it. Guess who's been complaining about this shithead garbage character for the past 2 years? Forever, from the day it was released, it was garbage. It wasn't doing anything, and I was here complaining every single day while you were doing nothing. Look at like what I got us. I got the Allah Akbar Shazam over here, which is great. I'm not gonna go through all the abilities and read them. We're just gonna eventually go and get to play him. But from what I hear here is gonna be a lot of fun. As for all the characters here, the only thing that remains to be seen is, did they get the numbers right? Do they actually do damage? But this looks fun at the very least. This looks real fun. Okay, so Scorpion. Fixed the issue where Mortal Kombat team could retain dot on swipe and basic attacks after being defeated inside the third special hazard. Yeah, this is a bug that we were abusing a lot. I mean, since Killer Frost came out, I wasn't really using it because the Killer Frost team was so much better. But this was a thing that people like to do, okay? And when you remove something that people like to do, people are gonna get mad. But what's different now from all the instances they've done this in the past is that they are kind of also reworking the character. And this, remember, comes on top of this thing, greatly reduce the chance for AI to counter hazards. So now we might get the cheesy way of playing the Mortal Kombat team taken out, but we might get to actually play them the way they're supposed to, and it's no longer gonna feel terrible. So let's just look at that. I haven't played this team. They might be totally screwed right now, though I doubt it. We'll see. They changed the hotspot mechanic a bit. Each body part, head, torso, legs now corresponds to a specific ignite stack. You must explode all three different body parts to get three ignite stacks. Okay, fair, fair. Ignite spots cannot appear again until corresponding ignite buff expires. Yeah, this is also tied into the first mechanic, kind of. But yeah, now they are promoting you tag in and out with Raiden how they are supposed to, and I really hope that gameplay honestly work and we find a better home for Killer Frost. Increased counter required for hotspot application at higher passive ranks. Usually it goes the other way, usually gets decreased. Yeah, looks interesting, I guess. Well, we'll see. We'll see when we get to play with it. Um, okay, so in theory, he can achieve much more potential with the dot damage. Now, that's basically what they're saying. Also, ignite damage now benefits from critical hits, lethals, and damage buff. You mean to tell me that all this time, that dot damage, which was dot damage, not white damage as Worm's damage was, which is the damage that everybody expects to not benefit from cliffs, lethals, and damage buff. You're telling me it didn't until now benefit from them? Why was it purple? Every single purple thing in the game benefits from that. Why are you lying to us? Also, we're gonna get the banger thing down the line after Worm. Like, Worm got a little bit adjusted, so fixed the issue where electrify damage could trigger twice unintentionally. Yeah, I don't care, bro. I didn't even know how to exactly I activate that and how it worked. He was garbage anyway. Fixed an issue where destroying electrify via Supreme did not activate the third passive. No damage was dealt. Yeah, I was doing Supreme. Was like, is this doing anything? Like it was consuming my electrify stacks, but not doing much. Damage from destroying electrify now benefits from critical hits, lethal hits, and damage buffs. Reduce damage from destroying electrify at max passive at 800% from 3,600. Okay, okay, so I don't know about this one. Because what you gotta understand, it's good that they gave it stacking with crits, lethals, and damage buff. That's the main point I was making. This is garbage because it doesn't stack with those things. But problem is, we have a very similar situation with Batwoman the Drowned, where she deals damage based on her attack, which benefits from crits, lethals, and damage buff. And she's doing great, but she's doing that damage every single second, and the total attack value is a lot higher than Orm is. So I'm not gonna be able to tell if he's doing damage or not until I play him, obviously. But he might have overdid the nerf to make up for him benefiting from all those buffs. But we'll see. I'm glad they are still trying. Okay, this is the third Orm rework. Okay, so added background behind X2 bonus in Arena, I don't care. Daily calendar menu closed automatically after change the rewards. Yeah, welcome to 2018 standards. That's great. Fixed incorrect artifact rewards. Oh boy, I didn't know that was in the game. Injustice Pacific GC where you use XP capsule objective. Didn't count when using multiple capsules at a time. Okay, that's something very niche but very bad. Artifact menu fixes. There's something I want to get to here. Lake founding menu, re-added rate cooldown timer. Why was that removed, by the way? Zerbanshi changing her torso set from health to defense. Why? Why? So it aligns with all the heroes. Why? I can no longer do the final. Look, guys, did you know that Silver Banshee is the only character in the game that can get 70% of defense from gear without putting any defense? I can't do that anymore. They took it away from me. But on a more serious note, it doesn't really make much of a difference. But why bother, bro? Why not just leave her at 75% defense? Oh, look guys, now Hashi's boots give health. That is properly scaling. Amazing. He's gonna be viable now for sure. This is what I really want to get to. Wanted to get to. Um, Amulet of Agility artifact. Its dot damage increase was not working previously. Was not working. It's not even wasn't working properly. Was a little bit lower than it should have been. It was just not working, boys. For 6 years or 5 years, they've been lying to us that that artifact does something. I've never been this gaslit in my life. I can't wait to test this and see the dot damage increase that is promised now. Finally fix the issue where tech would show all the way up to 500%. And some visual bugs. I don't care too much. But yeah, this update overall, it's absolutely insane. Do I think it's enough to save this game from dying? Probably not. Unless they add solid artifacts in somewhere, in anywhere. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, boys. But there's a lot to talk about here. Finally, we got a lot of videos to make here. I can't wait to make more videos for you guys. And I think this was the only patch notes review ever that I've done that went on for so long. And I promise I wasn't dragging it. Thank you so much for watching. Expect more videos more frequently soon. And I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.